my name is Lacey and welcome back to Late Night Coloring Mama. Tonight I thought we'd do a color and chat. We're going to continue the picture we've been working on, and also I've been contemplating in my mind something new I'm going to try with the channel. I don't know if you guys will like it or not. So normally at the end of the month I do like completed pages. Well, I'm starting to stress myself out. I don't know why. In my mind, I feel like it's part of my anxiety. I feel like I need to do more than what I am, and I don't like that. I like to take my time with things. I don't like to stress myself out. So I thought with my pages that I do color in my spare time, that I would just share them as I go along. Now, in the future, I might do completed pages again and show them all at the end of the month, but I think I'm going to show, maybe my whips and whatnot that I'm working on throughout the month. And then throughout the month, I'll show you what I completed. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I just think that would be less stressful for my anxious mind. Some of you may be that way too. I'm a very anxious person. So yeah, so before we get started, I'm going to show you the whip that I'm working on. Right now I am doing a lot of color by numbers. I'm still going to do regular pages with you guys. I'm working my way through all my coloring books so I can color in all of them. And basically they're all on my shelf. And usually I pick what I'm in the mood for, or sometimes I'll pick whatever's the first one in line. So this is the one I'm working in. It's Coloring Quest. It is a Sun Life drawing coloring book. It is a color by number. Tells you what the pictures are there. Here are all the colors, and all the colors are the same, but you'll get different numbers, of course, in the pictures, and then you get a color palette to test the colors. And this is my whip I'm working on. And it's actually taken me quite a while, but I am enjoying coloring this page. And I'm using a variety of markers. There is some that I'm using that I got from Hobby Lobby years ago. And I think they just say art marker or something on them. I don't have them near me, otherwise I would look. And I'm not a fan of those, but I still use them. And it helps me go through my markers, which ones are running low that I can get rid of, the ones that I can't refill. So yeah, it's a fun picture. It's a color by number. It's by Sun Life Drawing. If you're interested, I can see if it's still on Amazon and link it down below. But yeah, let's get going on this color and chat. I'm excited to work more on this picture that we've been working on. I plan to do more color and chats. I enjoy doing them. Still do flip throughs, of course. Some swatches here and there. Maybe do a little bit of diamond painting. Still do hauls, of course. Completed pages I'm holding on a burner right now, on a back burner. So I'm kind of going to do my own thing and just kind of get back so I can relax. All right, Animal Quest color by numbers, Sun Life Drawing. And it tells you what they are here. I try not to look. I used to never look. Sometimes I will look if I'm looking for a certain image, but yeah. So this is your color palette. And this is the picture I want to finish with you guys. I'm hoping to finish it tonight, actually. I'm turning it this way so we can get it done. I'm hoping we can get it done tonight. I really would like to. So grab yourself something to drink. Do your favorite hobby. Relax. Don't even have to do anything. Just have a good time. I like chatting with you guys. All right, so I'm going to start at number 5. And I'm going to look back here because I must have tore something out and that's not right. So number 5 is orange. Now, let me double check something quick. I'm looking at my colors next to me. I was using Sharpie and Bic Intensity. And since I followed this and it was wrong, since I totally tore a picture out, which you can see here, which I didn't look, I have my Master's Touch markers from Hobby Lobby next to me that I'm using as well. So I'm going to use orange. Let me get that here. And it's a Sharpie. It may look kind of red in the lighting, but it is orange. I do have a red one though next to me too. And let's get started and chat away. I think I'm going to fold it actually. Yeah, that's way easier than we can. That don't bother me any. And I really like these Sharpie. They're like fine liner. And you know, we can get them at Walmart where I live. And we can also get them on Amazon. And when we go to Sam's Club, which is 45 minutes away from us, they sometimes have Sharpies and they have good deals. So if you have that, you can always keep an eye out. Because I've bought a lot of my Sharpies from Sam's Club. So how is everyone doing tonight? I am doing well. I was a little tired this morning. I've been having like some right thigh pain. And apparently that is common in pregnancy. I didn't have it with my other kids that I remember. Usually it means the baby is sitting or positioned in the lower area, and it could be like hitting a nerve. So once the weather gets nicer, I want to get out more and do a lot more walking. To hopefully, I've been trying to do like some type of stretches or something, because it's kind of by my hip too. But it doesn't like, I shouldn't say it's hurting, because it doesn't really hurt. It almost feels like when you work out, kind of, if your muscles get a little stiff. That's what it feels like. It feels like it's really stiff and just uncomfortable. Like when it gets really hot, my feet will swell from being pregnant. And that doesn't hurt me. I know some people it does hurt. Mine has never hurt. It's been a little uncomfortable, but it's never hurt. And back to the new channel idea. I still love making videos, so that's not going to stop. I just need to, woo, I bumped that. Good thing that's number 5. Slipped out of my hands. I just need to relax a little bit. Like I've said before, I started this channel because I feel like there's other people that enjoy coloring, and maybe there's other people like me who are very anxious. And my husband was the one that encouraged me to do this because it's a hobby that I enjoy. So yeah, that's fine. I don't want to feel anxious. I shouldn't feel anxious about coloring pages. Coloring is not a race. I don't know if I'm thinking in my mind that to me it was like, oh, I have to get so many done. I have to get this done. If I don't get this done, yeah. And that makes it not enjoyable. And I love coloring, and I never want to not enjoy it. I don't know why my mind works like that, but I'm trying this out and we'll see how it goes. And then if it's going well, I might continue it, and maybe I'll even color more. Well, because I'm not putting as much pressure. And I think also with the color in chats, I'm just going to continue coloring. It might be multiple parts, but like pages, I want to finish them with you guys so I can chat and catch up. Then you'll see that page, and then you'll see other pages as well that I have done on my own. I may also share some different things too, like books I've read, because that's a hobby of mine too. I do that late at night usually too. Well, I shouldn't say it's super late at night now. Now that I found that I'm expecting, and I have been for a while, I try to go to bed at a decent time. I've been recording a little earlier. My husband's like, go ahead, record a little earlier. I'll be with the kids, and, so that I can get it done, and relax too at night. And he wants me to. He always is like, sometimes I'm just tired. And he's like, go on and make those videos. That's probably quiet. Yeah, he says, go on and make those videos because he's happy that I'm doing this. He's my little cheerleader. And my son knows I do this too, and he's so proud. He was telling his friends and his teacher. My son also likes coloring. If you guys have not watched before, if you're new here, he likes to color too, but more so draw. My daughter likes to too. So yeah, but I'm doing pretty good today. Kind of had a relaxing day, did a little bit of things. My husband is back from his work trip, so that's really nice. He was gone for 5 days and 4 nights. And during that time, I always get nervous because we had some severe weather, but all over's had severe weather. It's terrible, but we're okay. And other towns got hit, but I guess it wasn't that bad, I guess, as they're saying. So we didn't get like tornadoes or anything like all these poor other states and families getting all that stuff. But they thought we were gonna. Like, I'm fine with thunderstorms and stuff, but tornadoes, no. My sister was asking me, she lives in another state, you should take a picture of the lake behind your house. How high is that? She was like, nervous. I said, well, it's never flooded. Knock on wood. And if it did, it would go into the whole town, so that would be bad. There was a little park area that flooded by us, but that park always floods. If we get a lot of rain, it always floods. Okay, let's see. This almost makes me think of honeycomb because of the shape. Let me see if you can see the shapes. See the shapes? It almost looks like honeycomb. And usually once in a while when my husband's away, me and the kids always order at least one night out. And we don't order a lot out, only when sometimes we do, honestly. We do, but not very often. We eat at home more so than anything, but once in a while we treat ourselves. And usually I do something small for me and the kids we order in. But we didn't this time. I made so many crock pot dinners. The kids ate everything, so we're trying to budget more, budget more than we were. I mean, we did eat out once in a while, but we're trying not to. Granted, I'm sure we will once in a while, but we're trying not to because got other expenses coming, and we always try to budget because our family is growing, so our budget will change a little bit. And the last time we did order out, we ordered a pizza. Ugh. I felt terrible. And I don't usually feel bad from that place. I just felt terrible. I was like, ugh. We had pizza and it was just, ugh. Eating at home, I feel better. I don't get like sick feeling or anything. Because I know how my food is cooked, you know, and I don't leave all that grease and ugh, stuff in there. That's just me anyway. I just can't. Ugh, I don't like a lot of grease. So today is Friday night when I am recording this. It's not late Friday night, but it is Friday night. Ready for the weekend. Looks like we got some more up here. I'm still wondering if this is a fish right here. This orange kind of looks reddish, but it's not. Just a darker orange. I don't know, maybe I just can't see that well. So the doctor, we got a test result back, which I told myself I was never going to do the test. We did not do genetic testing. I didn't want them to go into the sac. But we did do the non-invasive. At the other hospital, when I had my meeting and everything, I was crying and everything because they were telling me all these things, and it's stressful, you know, when they tell you you're high risk and all this. So I did end up getting the non-invasive where they just draw blood on my arm. Because technically I have 2 DNA right now, mine and the baby's. And it came back as a low risk. Doesn't mean 0. But I will take that. I got those results. I cried my eyes out. I cried my eyes out. I was so happy. Still makes me tear up. I still have to, so I went to another appointment. A while later, I went to another appointment. And just to check up, they listened to the baby's heartbeat. Right now they're in the 150s, which she said is great. And she told me, you know, you had your other appointment in the other town. She's like, you know, that first ultrasound that you had, was that nerve-wracking to find out all that? I said, yes, that is so nerve-wracking, you know, to hear, you know that you're a high risk, but to hear all these things, and then it scares you because they still say all these other things. So I'm still a low risk, but the baby still has the thickness in the fold. So I don't know what that means yet. In about a month, I go to the other town again for another appointment, and they're going to do a full anatomy scan. So I hope it's nothing. The doctor in that town says she's staying optimistic. I'm thinking positive. They did 2 ultrasounds, the one on your stomach and then the other one. If you know, you know. And the other one said it was only 2.4 thickness, which is normal. And the belly said 3.1, which is abnormal. So they're going by that one, which I don't know. I would think the other one would be more accurate. But they said they just want to make sure, so I don't know. But I am happy everything's a low risk. So we'll find out more at our anatomy scan when they do more checks and whatnot. I think I have 2 appointments in June and 5 in July, which that's the most because my other kids I had like 1 a month, if that. I've had several this time around, so. And she told me, we're just making sure I'm taking precautions, and I know. I just wish it wasn't scary sometimes. Okay. I really want to finish this up tonight. I'm excited to work on this. I was super excited. This is a really relaxing book. I think any of the Sun Life drawing books are relaxing to me. I don't know. Not sure why. It's not just the color by number. I think it's just I don't know if it's the shapes of them or. And they do have non-color by number too, so. Tonight for supper I made crock pot. It's like Fiesta. It's like a Fiesta pork chops. It's super simple. It says you need 7 pork chops. Well, I'm not making 7 pork chops. There is 4 of us currently, so that are eating. So I made 4. And it calls for like chili beans and chili sauce, but I use black beans. And then if you have corn, you can put corn in there. I was out and I actually got an order from Sam's Club. So I buy canned goods in bulk. So I have them on my shelf if I need them. Not everything. I buy usually corn, green beans, and peas in bulk. But I haven't been buying green beans because we grow our own and we can our own green beans. So yeah, I buy those in bulk. So I didn't have corn at the time, so I was like, you know what, it's gonna taste good. And you use about 1.5 cups of salsa and green chilies. And you cook it on low for 5 hours. That was it. It was so good. And I served it over rice. And then I made for a side a vegetable, green beans that we had canned, so. It was really good. I did a lot of crock pot meals too when my husband was gone. It's simple, and then you don't really have to worry about it till you're almost done, or if you have a next step and it's later. If you got stuff to do, it just works out. We have 2 crock pot. No, we have more than that. We have a long, like, rectangle crock pot. Then we have like the big oval ones. And then we have like a tall, medium-sized round one. And then we have one small one for like dips and stuff. Yeah, we use crock pots a lot. And I cook on the stove, of course, in the oven, in the air fryer. And my husband cooks on the smoker grill and the Blackstone. So we do a lot of cooking. He does the outside cooking though. I do the inside. Usually the outside stuff is on like a weekend. A nice weekend. All right, let's see. Got some more here. So my son's last day of school was today. And he was so excited all week. He's been waking up early all week. Like 5:30, sometimes before it. I'm like, oh, bud, you don't have to get up yet. The other day he said he was excited because his dad was coming home. When my husband leaves, I always cry, and he always knows it right before he leaves. He's like, you're gonna cry. I don't know why I cry. I think it's because we're together so much that we're just used to being together. And you never want anything to happen. And I'm pregnant, so my hormones are like way up there. Even though I am an emotional person, they're way up there. My daughter cried too. She's like, I want my dad to come back. I'm like, he'll come back in a few days. So yes, he was super excited. Playing outside, doing bubbles, and my son has a pogo ball. Do you guys know what those are? I may have mentioned it before. My sister had one when I was a kid, and my siblings are all older, and I loved it. My daughter loves to try on her brother's pogo ball. She may need one once she gets a little bit bigger. So yeah, I hope you have a fun and busy summer. I always try to have the kids outside as much as possible. My son will be going on his first we've been fishing and everything, all of us have, but he's going on his first fishing trip with his dad for 7 days. That's like the longest I've been away from my son. This will be the longest. They're going with my ex-brother-in-law and my nephew. Going camping and fishing. My son's gonna love it. So me and my daughter will be hanging out. Probably do some fun stuff with her. And it's super cheap where they go because it's a campground. It's not expensive, but they have like indoor plumbing so you can shower and go to the bathroom. I mean, granted, my husband doesn't need that, but I was worried about my son. I was like, well, and he didn't even know because my ex-brother-in-law booked this one and they had that, so that was good. And they had like, I don't know if they have like some place you can go in and do stuff. I don't know, but it's a campground. It's actually across from a place we used to rent a cabin from. We rented one year for like a week. It was fun, but yeah, they're going to be like right in that where we were before, so. So they're starting to plan that trip. Get what they need ready. Food they're bringing. Fishing poles ready. Even though it ain't for a while, they plan ahead, so. They usually all cook together and do stuff like that. I have some over here. Yeah, we're all excited for summer break. I'm excited too. I told my husband that the other day. I'm like, I just wish he was done now. His sister is so excited. She gets to play with him all summer. We don't really have any neighborhood kids. Like when I grew up, there's neighborhood kids everywhere. We don't, but my kids have great imaginations and we'll go to the park a bunch. I'm sure they'll find kids there and play with them. They pretty much make friends with everybody. Well, not everybody, but you know, the kids. And I'm there too. Or Dad. So it's Memorial Day weekend. Anyone have any big plans? Are you just hanging out at home? Are you going on a trip? Going to visit family? Okay, some more over here. I think Saturday. We're actually going to cook out. It's supposed to be 75 degrees. I think I'm going to dice up some baby red potatoes. Some butter and seasonings. Maybe some cheese. I haven't decided yet. And we'll put those on the smoker. They'll be so good. And I think I'm just going to do burgers and hot dogs this time. Because last weekend we did steak. And then I don't remember if we grilled something else out one of the other days. I don't remember. No, we just did the one day. We did the steak. So yeah, I think we're just going to grill out. Hang out at home, let the kids run in the backyard. Sunday and Monday it's supposed to rain, so never know, it could change, but last I checked. I'm hoping on Tuesday it's nice. Me and the kids can walk to the park. So from our house, you know, the lake's in our backyard. You can see across the lake there's a park there. So we just walk around it basically and get there. If it's nice out, the kids like to play I Spy when we walk around. Just a fun little game we play. And we usually eat and stuff before we do that, and then I'll bring water bottles and stuff for us. And then Sunday we might be going over to my dad's in the afternoon. I asked him if he was going to be home. He said maybe, and I told him, well, me and the hubby and the kids, we're thinking of coming over and visiting. I told him I would call him early afternoon to see if he's home. If he's not, that's fine. And then Monday, I don't know. Probably going to do some cleaning and maybe getting rid of stuff since it's going to be rainy. I feel like we're kind of dragging behind on that because we got to get ready for the baby in the fall. I know, it's kind of a ways, but at the same time, it goes quick. It goes real quick, I think. In probably about a month, if the weather is super nice, probably get out the kids' swimming pool. Just one of those rectangle blow-up ones. They love it. And even I can sit in it, which sitting in a pool while pregnant is the most relaxing thing ever, I feel. I did it with all the kids. I sat in a pool or swam in a pool, and it was so relaxing. Okay. Alright, I think I'm going to do number 12 next. We'll see what that color is. Pink, which I don't have that color out, so let's see what pink I want to use. I think I'm going to use I don't know that pink. I think I'm going to use this Vivid Pink, number 6. It's the Master's Touch, and I'm going to use the brush side. See if the end will stay on. Oh, that is pretty. If you do get Master's Touch markers from Hobby Lobby, since they're individual, make sure you look at the tips. Because I got one that was bad. but luckily I had an extra set of that color. Yeah, so just make sure. Oh, I missed a number 6, which is the yellow. Let me grab that quick because that's going to bother me. It's kind of nice too when you're coloring these. You can see what number you missed or whatnot. So I was randomly thinking the other day of stores that I miss that are not in my area anymore, and some of them I don't even think are around at all. Like I miss Kmart. We had a Kmart. I don't know if any of you guys had a Kmart. Little side note for me, that was my first job ever. I worked at a Kmart. And I loved working in retail, believe it or not. Yeah, I didn't mind being cashier. I wasn't even there a year, and I got promoted to be like the lead in domestics. So it's like towels and bath stuff and curtains and bedding and frames and lamps, just like household items. And then after a while in that, they moved me over to like department manager of apparel. So I got to do that, which I loved. And I traveled a couple times to different state to work in their Kmart. And that was fun. So yes, I enjoyed that. And then when they were closing, I got my other job, my last job, and I worked there for 12 years. And I worked at Kmart for, oh geez, quite a few years too. I don't even know, it was a long time too. But yeah, I got my other job and I was a customer service rep and a dispatcher, so that was a fun job. Working with utility companies all over the world and helping people with their bills and power outages and getting reconnected and just random stuff. So that was my last job before I became a stay-at-home mom, and I was at that job for 12 years. But that place is still open. Just made me think of that. I also miss Shopko. I liked getting my clothes there, some of them for work. At my job where I was like a dispatcher and a customer service rep. And I liked their holiday stuff, decor, and just some things there. I also miss having a mall. We no longer have a mall. We haven't had one in quite a few years now. And I loved shopping at the mall. Little Professor books, I miss that. I remember that when I was way young. I don't even know if those are around anymore. We had used to have a Sam Goody or an On Cue. Do you guys know what that is? Where you could get music, CDs, you can get movies, DVDs, probably. There might have even been VHS there then. Games, books. That was probably one of my favorite stores too. We used to have a shoe carnival when I was a kid. And it was massive, I remember. And they used to have like a basketball hoop in there. We'd always get to throw the basketball in there. And I still remember the smell of that store. Just like new shoes, but it was like a strong smell. Yeah, we had like a bunch of different stores. We used to have a J.C. Penney. I remember going in there with my mom when I was little, and I loved that store. I remember looking through the big, huge, fat catalogs and circling things that I wanted Santa to bring me when I was a kid. We had a Yonkers too, and I liked that store too. I remember getting clothes from there when I was in high school. And when I was older, I got clothes in there too for work or whatever I needed. I think we looked for prom, and we used to have a movie theater. Miss having a movie theater in our town. Now, if we go to one, the closest one I would say is probably a half hour away, or otherwise we can go the other way to a different town. We're 45 minutes away. But the one that's half hour away on Tuesdays, they have $5 movies, which is a good deal. And we watch a lot of movies, so and you get a card and you can earn points towards like free movies and free drink, free popcorn, just random stuff. Fish is coming along. I love the colors. Now, for food places that we used to have that were in the mall where you could get stuff, We used to have a place called the Cookie Jar, and they had massive cookies for 50 cents. I mean, they were huge. They were like this big for 50 cents, and they were good. Always got a cookie and a pop when me and my friends were shopping when I was younger. I think we had this place called Circus that was like a arcade. Okay, I think I got all the 12s. Oh no, I did not. I missed some right here. And I see a 7, which is a green, which I gotta get that so it don't bother me. I'm getting marker on myself. That's okay. Need to take a shower anyway. Are all y'all morning showers or night showers? I do night. I like going to bed feeling fresh, and sometimes I do in the day. Depends what I'm doing or if I'm busy or something, but most of the time I do it at night. And it's easier too with the kids if I just do it at night. Okay, so let's see. Now I'm going to move to 11. So let's see what 11 is. This video might be longer than I thought it was going to take me, but that's okay. Purple. I didn't pull out a purple, so let's do deep violet. Deep violet 81. Master's Touch brush marker. Oh, that's almost like that blue. It's darker though. I don't know if you guys will be able to tell, but this is darker. Oh yeah, I really like that. I'm thinking this has got to be some type of fish. I still don't know. Okay, so the cookie jar, where I left off. We also had a place called the Taco Shop. It was really small, and they had the best nachos. Tasted fresh and everything. We used to have Zappoli's too pizza, and the pizza slices were good, but they were huge. I think it was $2 for like, it was like the regular sliced like that, but it was huge. Remember getting those when I was younger. But yes, those are the food places that I thought were the best. And we had a Diamond Dave's, and they made the best food too. Their nachos were the best, probably before Taco Shop. They had macho nachos, and they stacked them so high. Me and my friends would go there and just order them and share them when I was younger. So those are the places that I miss. Granted, we do have some nice little downtown shops. The only other stores I think we have are like a Walmart Hobby Lobby, of Aldi, and we have Dollar Tree. We have a Hy-Vee grocery store. We also have a Jim's grocery store. So we have 4 grocery stores in our town. We have a bunch of little shops. We do have a Shoe Sensation, Reese's, Five Below, and Marshall's, and a Pet Supply Plus, and a few other little small places you can shop. So, I mean, we have some. This has got to be like some longfish or something. So now basically I just shop wherever I can in town. Granted, I love online shopping, but I do like to shop around town as well. It's nice to get out and shop the stores, even look around, walk around, you know? But I do not like big crowds. If there's a lot of people, I'm just overwhelmed. I do like this color. So do you guys have any stores that you miss shopping at, even when you were younger or now? I miss them. I wish they were all here now. There is a JCPenney in the town that's 45 minutes away from me. Sometimes me and my husband and the kids will go over there. They get some good deals sometimes for clothes for kids. Like you buy one at a certain price, if it's the right price, I say. Then you get another one for a penny. It's like, whoa. And they have Dollar Trees in those towns too, and I always check them out. I love Dollar Tree. And the other towns that are near me have Walmarts too, so. But for school shopping, I don't really have to get clothes for school. Well, I do. I have to pay for uniforms and stuff. But my daughter, since she'll be in preschool, she don't have to wear a uniform yet till she's in kindergarten. But so that will be nice to get to do a little clothing shopping for her for school when they both start in August. So that's going to be fun. I think she'll like it because she loves picking out her own clothes. I just ordered her some new shoes. I always get the kid. Well, I did until my son's feet got too big. Now we go to shoe stores for him, but I order them off 6pm.com. Have you guys ever been on there? They have pretty good deals, I think. And my daughter, I found shoes that I liked for her, and she's seen another pair on there when I was like, she's like, no, I like those. I was like, okay. I usually buy my kids pretty good shoes. That costs, more money because they're kids. If I get them cheap shoes, they're going to wear them out so fast. And I want them to last. So I just bought her some that she wanted, and then when school starts, we'll get her another pair, and then she'll just use these ones for her play shoes. That's how we usually do it. Now my son, his school shoes are wrecked, but he had his gym shoes still that are like brand new and they fit, so he's going to wear his gym shoes. And of course, I have sandals and stuff for summer. Which my son never used to like slides. Now he loves them, so. Oh, I missed a 10. I see that too with that blue. I'll get that in here. Will I see it? Okay. Okay, I think I'm going to do number 1 next so we can finish this fish. So, let me see what color that is. That is black, and I think I have that color already picked out, so yes, I have a Sharpie right here that's black. Hopefully it's a good one. If it's not, we'll pitch it. So my daughter has this Crayola Silly Scents, I believe. And they call it dough. It's like Play-Doh, but it's supposed to smell like strawberry, blueberry, banana, and then they give you the white, which they just call dough. She's so obsessed with that. And it's still good, surprisingly. She got it for her birthday last year, and it's still, in good condition because we put it away and take care of it. And she's obsessed. She could play with that for like hours on end, creating things. Now my son, he was never into Play-Doh, really. He had it, but he didn't, and I don't think I was either. My husband said he was, so I think my daughter gets her craftiness and creativeness from her dad. I can hear my son moving chairs. He's gonna sweep. Do you guys have household chores for your kids, or don't you believe in that? It's fine either way, you know, it don't matter. When I was a kid, I learned how to do some things. I didn't know a whole lot. I knew how to sweep and do dishes and some laundry and dust. So I'm kind of teaching my kids how to do those things. Like they know how to pick up their toys and make their beds. My daughter wants to help with everything, literally. But some things I don't let her because it's, you know. But my son, we taught him how to sweep. So he does that. I don't make him do it every night. I do it sometimes too. And he's pretty good at sweeping. He sweeps after supper usually, so. And of course, I do it in the morning and the afternoon. And he's pretty proud that he can do that too. Just like basic life skills, you know. When they're older, so they know how to do these things. My daughter has a toy broom and she's pretty good at sweeping with her toy broom. She loves doing it. I didn't even have to teach her. She just knew what she was doing, apparently. Because she watches. So yes, she's been playing with this silly scents. Like I said, she'll sit for like an hour or a couple hours making stuff. She sits at the table. It is messy though, like Play-Doh. So yeah, she'll do that, and then she loves making shapes with like cookie cutters, or if her stuff comes with shapes, she'll do those too. Like she was making little stars with it and putting it on her like toy plates. And like circles, saying they're pancakes. She'll bring them to me and her dad and be like, I made you this to eat. And we'll, you know, we'll pretend we're eating it, of course. She likes to feed it to her babies. So yeah, that's something really fun for her. She knows how to cut with a scissors, a kid's scissors. She likes to try to cut stuff with paper, which I don't think I knew how to cut at that age, honestly. I don't think I did. Before preschool, I don't know when, maybe kindergarten. Just so different now. My son was older than her when I taught him how to cut. But she wants to go, 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 so you know, you just let her. She's always on the move. She's an active child. My son's pretty laid back. I think it's going to be a Nemo fish, and then I don't know what all that's going to be. Clownfish? That's what they are, clownfish. I call them Nemo fish because I've seen Finding Nemo so much. some up here. Sometimes when me and the kids are coloring, we'll turn on some music and listen to music. They love music like me. All different kinds. Okay, I think we got all the ones. So, let's go to 8. What is 8? Green, and I have that color. We are getting so close to finishing this picture, and I'm so excited to see what it looks like completed. Because these, they may tell you what it is, but they don't have pictures of what it should look like. You know what I mean? Like a lot of, well, some color by numbers have. Feels so weird that my son doesn't have to go to school till August now. I'm going to be so used to waking up at 6 a.m. to get him ready, and I'm usually up anyway, but I feel like with his sister all day, and it's just going to be weird that he's not in school. If that makes sense. I like this green. This one's a Bic intensity marker. Get these at Sam's too. I think Walmart and Amazon. Today, my daughter was playing dress up. She had her little like nightgown on. She put this little zip up coat on. It almost looks like a fur jacket, but it's not. And she put her little dress shoes on. She always loves to dress up. Well, she was showing her dad because he works from home. And he's in his office in the basement here. And she comes up, and I don't know, she just slipped and smacked her face right into the ground. This girl has already busted her lip from jumping off something. Jumping off a chair. Oh. And her top of her gum and teeth were bleeding. My heart. I'm just like, oh my goodness. You know, her brother did stuff too when he was little and got hurt. I'm sure I did too. It just... And then she goes to the bathroom and stuff by herself, you know. And if she needs help, she'll yell. She washes her hands, so she was washing her hands, and all of a sudden I heard her just crying, and I'm like, what? And I went in there. I'm like, why are you crying? Why are you crying? And she's just crying, and I'm like, what's going on? What happened? Well, she was messing around and fell and bit her tongue, and that was gushing blood. I'm like, oh my goodness, child. Today was just not her day. Not her day. She was back at it playing with her brother as soon as he came home. Like, she doesn't cry very long. If she gets hurt, she'll have a good cry and be done. And she's over it and she's ready to play. But gosh, as many times she's bumped her mouth, I'm thinking, oh my gosh, we're going to need to go to the dentist. And but everything's fine. She's good. Everything stopped and it didn't look bad or anything, so. But your heart just like races when something happens, or get scared when something happens to your kids. The protective mom instinct comes in. Like, what happened to my baby? You okay? That's me. I'm always that way. I can hear them playing upstairs. They both got great imaginations, which is wonderful. I love that. Oh, it's coming along. I like these two colors next to each other. The light green and the dark green looks so pretty. If you're coloring, what are you coloring tonight? What book are you coloring in? There's so many coloring books, thousands and thousands of coloring books. Don't you wish we could have them all? Or most of them. It's always fun to color in pictures. Different kinds of things. I love coloring in all different kinds of books. There aren't that much of these 8s left either. Sounds like they might be playing a game. I hear my husband talking to them. And bedtime now gets extended till a little later since summer vacation. Not super, super late, but and I'll write them out. Okay, I think, oh, nope, I got a couple 8s here and here. So we had thunderstorms today when I woke up. I heard it at like 5 a.m. Just pouring, thundering, and then my dog started pacing. But it got to be like 74 out today, so that was pretty nice. All right, we're getting there. So, I think we're going to do number 2. So let me see, number 2 is gray, and I have that here. This is a big intensity, and it's stone gray. So yeah, with the rain, I couldn't even, it was pounding so hard, I couldn't even see. Usually from my windows, I can see the lake. Couldn't even see the lake. It was coming down so hard. But when it stormed the other day, it was like that, but you could see the lake, but the water looked freaky. It was moving so hard. I actually slept with the windows open last night. It felt so good to have that breeze in there, because the low only got down to 60 degrees, so it wasn't like cold, so it felt great. We're gonna have them open for, we have our windows open now, but we're gonna probably shut them before we go to bed. Told my husband I have to shut the kids' too, because it's supposed to get down to 44 tonight. That'd be a little too chilly for the windows, and then the heat would kick on. And we don't want the heat on anymore. Not till like fall. Unless we absolutely have to. I did one day have to turn the air on when my husband was gone because it was so humid out. Inside of my house, it was 80 degrees. So I was like, no, we got to turn the air on. It was like sticky and ugh. And I wanted the kids to sleep comfortably. And I can't stand being hot when I'm pregnant. My daughter, she was an August baby, so I was 9 months in August, and it was like 90 some degrees, and you bet the air was on. Now, if I wasn't pregnant, I could manage fine, I think. I always think years ago, they didn't have that stuff. I could be fine. Which you can, technically. Just might be uncomfortable. It's pretty much a luxury to have that. I remember my parents didn't have central air till I was like in high school. Maybe it was before that. But I remember being a little kid, like little, 4 or 5 probably. And us kids, my parents only had one window AC and it was in their room, and they'd keep the door shut so it'd stay cold, and us kids would like camp out on their floor. Because our bedrooms were upstairs and heat rises, so. On the really hot days, we'd stay in their room on the floor. We liked it too. I had a pretty big bedroom, so. But I don't remember any of the other parts of the house being hot, so Mom kept the house as cool as she could. And then when we got central air, I was like, oh, this is the best. I don't even know. My brother might have been living at home still, but my older siblings weren't. Well, he's older too, but he was there. He's before me, so. Or maybe we camped out in the basement. I don't know, because it was always cool down there, so I don't remember. Hung out down there, maybe. I don't know. They had like a partial finished basement. So yeah, our plans will probably be a cookout, visit Dad, and get some cleaning done for the weekend. Has anybody watched any good movies lately? Me and my husband were watching a bunch of trailers the other day of movies that were coming out, and I feel like they're remaking everything. Like, are they out of ideas? Because everything's turning into a remake. Well, not everything, obviously, but a lot of movies. And granted, some remakes are okay, but usually I personally like the originals the best. I've been watching a lot of weather lately. I haven't really watched any. Well, I guess when my husband's gone, I did watch a lot of old Disney movies to help me fall asleep. I watched Pollyanna for the first time. We have it, and I've never seen it. My husband has, I'm sure. And I loved it. I could watch it again. I watched the original Love Bug. We have that too. What else did I watch? The original Parent Trap. That's my favorite. Well, I shouldn't say favorite because I have a lot of favorites. Mary Poppins, another favorite. Okay, I think I'm going to do number 4. I see another 6. I gotta get that. It's yellow. Oh, I was looking at 6. Well, number 4. Okay. So that's red. So I'll grab the red for that. This is red. See, they look similar probably, but they're different. So yes, I watched Mary Poppins. Tried to get my kids to watch The Sword and the Stone, but they weren't really that interested, I don't think. Plus, it was a school night, so it's not like they finished it, they only watched part of it. The original Jungle Book. Tried to get them to watch that. My daughter found a few parts funny. What else did I watched, well, tried to, and then I fell asleep. I set a timer if I get too tired, so my TV will shut off. The Swiss Family Robinson. I've never seen that movie. My husband has. I know. And I like watching older Disney movies. I don't know, it helps me relax and fall asleep. Do you guys watch movies to fall asleep? I don't every night when my husband's home, but if he's not home, I have a hard time not home. I have a hard time sleeping. Except for one of the nights, I was so tired that I just crashed. Until my dog woke me up because it was storming, then I was up pretty much the rest of the night. when we were watching those trailers, my husband's seen some of the remakes and he's like, they're gonna ruin the original. We've seen that they were remaking the movie The Crow, which I never watched. I had the soundtrack on CD because I love the soundtrack music, and he's seen that movie several times. I know at some point I'll see it, but they're remaking that movie and he's like, no. Yeah, they're doing quite a few different remakes. I don't remember all of them, but I've seen they're coming out with an exorcism movie. I do not like any exorcism movies. They freak me out. I don't know if the original Exorcist did, but the one that made me not watch him is The Exorcism of Emily Rose. I ain't watching that. But otherwise I can watch some scary movies. There's a lot of movies coming out that I want to see though too. My kids want, well, my son for sure wants to see the new Garfield movie. And they have a movie called Tarot. It's supposed to be PG-13, but it looks scary. That I could probably watch that. They have another Planet of the Apes, which my husband, I think, seen those movies. I have not. We have them, but I haven't watched them. And there's like a few other movies that I can't remember. But usually the weekend is when we watch movies. Friday and Saturdays, if we don't have anything going on. And the kids love movie nights. Hello everyone. So I'm back at it. Right now you are seeing the finished page. I did record the rest of it, but something went wrong with the recording, so it didn't save any of it. So you get to see me color most of it. I did finish it. This is the picture. I hope you guys love it. I love it. The book is Animal Quest, Color by Number, Sun Life Drawing. And if it's on Amazon still, I'll link it down below. If you like this video, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't already subscribed yet, please consider subscribing. I hope you all have a wonderful night and happy coloring. Bye.